Penguin Random House Audio presents The Path to Self-Love. Heal your heart, set healthy boundaries, and unlock your inner strength. Written and read for you by Ruby Dhal.
When the difficult days pass, promise me you won't forget how courageous you were when things got hard, how honest you were with your pain, how your hands held your heart with a gentleness that couldn't be matched. Promise me you won't forget the sunsets that left you glowing gold on evenings that felt too heavy on your shoulders. Promise me that you won't forget the light that you found bubbling inside when you couldn't find it anywhere else. When the difficult days pass, promise me you won't forget how easy it was to give up, but you never did. Promise me you won't forget that you gave yourself a new life. You found new friends, took adventures, you let your laughter reach inside you and make you warm again. You gave love another chance. You didn't let your past define you. You let it build you. Promise me you won't forget how much the difficult days took out of you and just how much you poured back in. Let's start with an exercise. Before you begin your self-love journey, think about something you're struggling with that you would like to overcome by the end of the book. For example, I struggle with putting my foot down and saying no. I can't move on from the person who broke my heart. I don't know what I deserve. A friend is hurting me and I don't know how to tell her. I'm grieving from the death of a family member. I realized I'm experiencing emotional abuse and I don't know how to deal with it. I recently lost my job and it's caused me to have low self-esteem. Now, write it down on a piece of paper, type it on your phone, or memorize it. But don't forget it. We will come back to it later. Introduction to Self-Love. You will have experiences that change the course of your life forever. These experiences can be uncomfortable. They can trigger you or cause hurt from earlier wounds to rise, plunging you back into the past. It could be something you failed at, or a loss. Someone close to you has gone forever, or you're the one who's left. It could be a cluster of bad experiences that keep reoccurring until a situation finally comes crashing down. Or it could be just one event, one small significant event. One moment of impact that changes the before and after of your life forever. I had such a moment of impact, and it transformed my life for better or worse. Many years later, it became the catalyst for my discovery of how self-love can shape our healing journeys, give us the courage to move on, and empower us to manifest long-lasting happiness. Self-love can heal your heart. I was only 4 when I lost my mum forever. When I replay it in my mind, a memory as vivid as the one of what I had for dinner yesterday, I'm aware that my entire life was guided by that single event. That one moment in time where the before and after of my existence were worlds apart, even though the before had lasted just 4 years. Experiencing a devastating trauma at a young age marked the start of my first healing journey, a journey that set off all the others. This book comes from there. It's a result of years of me healing from this trauma and moving forward from a difficult past. Without this harrowing childhood experience, I would have never learned how empowering self-love is for us to heal. This book is a testament to why I came to that conclusion, and how important it is that I share the wisdom that I've gained over the years with those who need it the most. You, my listener. This book is a guide to the many ways in which self-love can be the answer to the questions that you have about healing your heart and flourishing in all areas of your life. As you make your way through this book, you will see the incredible benefits of self-love in healing your heart, but it doesn't stop there. Self-love encourages you to set healthy boundaries. It allows you to thrive in your relationships, and it gives you the courage to conquer your daily challenges. The path to self-love is not easy. But once you start that journey, you'll realize that self-love is the answer to all the questions you've had until now about manifesting your greatest adventure, which is a life that you look forward to living. Self-love taught me that even though I couldn't do much about the pain that I was handed, I could do a lot with it. How to use this book. Have you ever had that experience where you explain something tedious to your friend? You go over and over the details of a particular exchange that you can't seem to forget. Then your friend comes out with the simplest, clearest response ever, and you end up saying, "Wow, I never thought of it that way. That makes so much sense." That is what this book is. That makes so much sense moment with a friend that puts it all into perspective. In this book, I will guide you through the topics that will come up time and time again on your self-love journey. You will find journal prompts and reflective exercises to do as you listen. These will encourage you to apply self-love to your daily life, and they will help you to achieve long-lasting happiness through your actions. To make the most of this book, get a brand new journal to jot down important points and to complete the exercises and journal prompts. Self-love is deeply ingrained in every aspect of your life, and I try to do justice to all the curves of your experiences. In this book, there are conversations about self-love and healing journeys, the different types of traumas that can spark those healing journeys, and the importance of relationships in practicing self-love. You will learn how to set effective boundaries in your relationships and address everyday challenges and stumbling blocks until you finally celebrate this path to self-love that you've embarked on by writing your own individual self-love manifesto. This is a practical book, and I encourage you to listen and absorb, but also to create your own self-love practices as you make your way through the audiobook, for now and for the future. When you choose a book like this, I assume that you want to meet the author and truly get to know them, that you want to gain not only insight but also a connection with them, a sacred bond, where you leave feeling like you can take on anything because someone who you resonate with managed to. So there's no limit to what you can do either. For this reason, this book is personal. I want you and I to connect on a deeper level. I won't be prescriptive or tell you what to do to magically transform your life. I won't give you a PowerPoint presentation. I won't advise you to look in the mirror and chant, "I love myself," repeatedly until you start to look cross-eyed. Because those things have never worked for me. But do you know what has worked for me? Having honest chats with my people. Sitting down and laying out my thoughts, sharing my experiences with those who feel like home, then coming out from those conversations feeling so understood. I want you to use this book to see your thoughts and emotions differently, like that peaceful afternoon spent with a close friend who helps you figure out how to come out from a mess. And even if you don't figure it out, you come out happier, relieved that you've let it all out. That is how you use this book. Just like that tranquil evening spent alone, or that late-night phone call with your best friend, which puts it all into perspective. Just like that pat on your back, or the shoulder that you can rest your head on. This book is something you can rely on when you're healing and hurting, when you're coping and fighting, when you're trying to move forward but feeling as though you're getting nowhere, when you're coming across too many stumbling blocks and have been stuck in one place for way too long. That is when you pick up this book. That is when you pick up this book. Self-love, a definition. Self-love is a significant tool that you can use in your healing journey, where you act to improve the quality of your life and achieve long-lasting happiness. To do this, you must have a healthy relationship with yourself and your loved ones. Self-love is living with an intention to nourish your life. To further clarify, self-love isn't feeling unconditional love towards yourself. Self-love doesn't mean making yourself a priority or putting your needs first every single day. Self-love is striking a delicate balance between the internal and the external, between what matters to you and what makes you happy. Self-love is being honest about who you are, accepting your imperfections, and knowing that you can get it wrong sometimes, and that's okay. When I say that self-love isn't unconditional, I mean that you can't love yourself without having any expectations from yourself. You can't love yourself without any strings, because that wouldn't do justice to the path of self-love. Your relationship with yourself is like the relationship that you share with others, such as your parents, your close friends, or a romantic partner. You love the people close to you, but it would be inaccurate to say that you love them without having any.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?